Welcome back to the show. Now we're getting to our Adjustment review. And to start with the overview, this is a 2011 American science fiction romantic thriller film written and co-produced by George Nolfi in his directorial debut. The screenplay by Nolfi is loosely based on Philip K's 1954 short film Adjustment Team. The film stars Matt Damon, Emily Blunt, Anthony Mackie, John Slattery, Michael Kelly, and Terrence Stamp. It follows a young, ambitious young congressman who finds himself entranced by a beautiful ballerina, but mysterious forces are conspiring to prevent their love affair. This had a budget of 62 million and brought in 127.8 million. And it's interesting because this film is one of those under discussed movies from Matt Damon
Hmm.
because it's not in like the high ranking. It's
Right.
one that like I've watched a lot because I like the plot of it. I think it's Emily Blunt has an amazing performance. I think Matt Damon does really well in it. Anthony Mackie is a great contributor. What did you kind of initially think about this film and just the performances from the leading characters?
That's great. This is my first time hearing about the film. Again, like you said, there's not much uh, talked about this film within Matt Damon's or Emily's Blunt's
Yeah,
movie catalog. So, watching the film for the first time, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I love the plot. I love the way they gave him a lot of power as a character to be aware and witty and figure out certain things because they're not used to a guy like David Norris figuring things out and maneuvering and learning facts like, bro, who is this guy think he is? Like, who is this guy?
yeah,
So I love that about it. I love the way they developed, and you'll hear me say this a lot because that's big in cinema, plays, whatever. Character development is huge. It's not just how you shoot it or the dialogue. Character development is huge in movies as well as series. So I love the way they developed David Norris to be able to be one of those ones who figures out how this thing works. But no, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
yeah. And that's the thing. Like it really it kind of reels you in because I feel as though, like you said, David Norris, like he's built up to be this guy who's just the clean cut politician,
Hmm.
and really start to see cracks within the system of how things are being done. To you, like when you have a script like that, do you feel as though Matt Damon was kind of the obvious pick because he kind of fits that he can fit into that politician role for movies but also be that guy who's like, I still want to see what's behind the system, like what are the cracks within like certain things that are being constructed that I'm not really aware of.
Oh, absolutely. You can see it at Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
Like him playing, playing that role. So they probably, I know they had to look at the role like, okay, he can be clean cut. He can do this. He doesn't always have to do action or comedy. And I think this came out with a 2011.
2011. Yeah.
So he's already had a nice catalog leading up to that. Goodwill Hunting, just a bunch of other Jason Bourne's, a bunch of other movies. So I think this was like I think this was a nice transition and a nice pace because it's about love and it's a thriller, but it's mostly I feel like it's about love, like going away from the path that you have set for a person that you would never thought in a million years you would meet, and you want to change your whole perspective, your whole life for this person. So I think this is a good role for him, and I don't understand why it's not talked about enough because I mean his catalog is extensive.
For sure.
His catalog is extensive, but when I think you have this type of script and you get Matt Damon, who's as versatile as it comes, then you're like, okay, I think he could do it. He shows that range. I mean, and even in Goodwill Hunting, you could tell, even at that young age, and they wrote that script together,
Oh
you
yeah.
could tell he has that range. It's not all about comedy, that drama that he can bring out in a film. So I'm pretty sure they looked at all his, his catalog and his abilities and is like, okay, I think we could go with Matt Damon, and I think we can get Emily Blunt. I think they'll be a good pair. At some point, I thought the chemistry was a bit off, especially the top scene, the ending scene. See him
Yeah,
jumping
but that
ahead.
was a nitpick. That was a nitpick of it.
Yeah,
Honestly, that part of it kind of was watered down in certain senses. But
yeah,
getting to our first topic, for 1 to 4 stars, what would you give it? I would go with three. I think this movie is really solid. The script, like you said, it's an intriguing script. It's one that we don't see too much, and I think like in terms of I watch it anytime it's on because I just thoroughly enjoy the movie. But like you said, I think the chemistry at certain parts later on kind of lagged, and you could tell like
yeah.
there were some cracks within the system. But overall,
Hmm.
I think it's a watchable movie. It's one that you're gonna wanna. It's not really one that's like too hard to like follow. because
Mhm.
you do want to see like how is this going to end? How is the chase going to go? Is he going to like actually meet up with her again, or are they going to like end up in love? And I think like that was an intriguing element of it. To you, from 1 to 4 stars, what would be your rating?
It's between 2.7 and 3 because for it to be a love interest, and most of the movies about this clean cut guy wanting to step away from that path and deviate with her, it has to be a chemistry. It reminds me of Jonah Hill and I want to call her Nunu so bad. Lauren
What, you
London.
think they were that off in terms of
It was
chemistry?
it wasn't that bad, but it
Okay.
reminds me of that. Like if it's a love interest movie, you
Hmm.
will want to pick a person or pick two people that looks like it's deceiving, like Martin and Gina, uh Damon Wayans and
Oh
Gina. Like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like you
She's in the
want it
class.
to be so deceiving. She get around. You want it to be so deceiving to the audience that you can think, oh man, they can be together outside of
Hmm.
this movie. And it wasn't that. It was a couple scenes. I'm like, yo, that's not convincing. But you guys are good actors. Then you're gonna and then editing or whatever. It kind of you try to smudge it out a little bit, but you sometimes you can't smudge out chemistry. And I don't think they had the chemistry full on. But I'll give it between 2.7 and 3 stars in that little niche there. It's
And
just
chemistry
that. I
can't be
mean,
forced. Chemistry
no,
can't
it
be
cannot
forced.
be.
I,
Cannot
I
be.
think the first half of the movie was more chemistry than the second half from them. But it's also something like chemistry has to be sustained throughout a film as well. Like it just can't be like
Absolutely.
a first half thing and then the second half is like kind of
Mhm.
wears down. So that's definitely valid. And now getting to our second topic, favorite character. I would go with Elise because I feel as though it was she kind of changed. I wanted to go with Dave because I was like that's the predictable pick. I kind of
Yeah.
wanted to switch it up a little bit, but with Elise though, I think it was a very interesting subplot because from the jump she changes the movie. Like he's giving his speech in the restroom. He's like, "Yo, why is why is a woman in the men's
In the
restroom?" Like,
bathroom, yeah.
so there were so many parts of it. I feel as though she was kind of that emotional connection for him, and obviously she was the focus of his kind of like eventual happiness because he was like, yes, I can be a politician and go on all of these campaigns and meet these people, but I want to like just have lunch with her and see her ballerina performance. Like he
Right.
was had so much power, but he really was entranced by her and had a love for her. To you overall, who's your favorite character?
I'm gonna go with the well-known David Norris. and again,
That's our guy.
and again, they gave him so much room to grow as a character and be aware. And you can attest that to him being a politician and having being aware of so many things and him being able to maneuver and figure out, like, bro, you're not even a cop. Like, okay, I'm not talking to you
That
no
was
more.
hilarious. That scene was
Not gonna talk to you no more. You and then okay, and she was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
he's
we know
gone.
where to find you," and I'm gone, and I know what doors like I know these things, and I can maneuver and I can react quickly, and then I can explain it to Elise
Yes.
perfectly where she understands it a little bit to where okay, I'm gonna go through that door with you. So I love the capacity he had as a character to be able to be that aware. I mean, you can't be a politician and not be aware. So yeah,
Got
I thought it
to.
was really yeah. David Norris was definitely, and then that boy was running.
Oh
That boy
my
was running.
goodness, man.
That boy
Running man
4-2
child. He was
flat.
gonna
He was
run.
like, hey, I think he gave Tom.
He gave
I think
Tom
he
Cruise a
gave
run for
Tom
his
Cruise a
money.
run for his money
I
when
think
really
Tom was
though,
looking at him like,
because Tom Cruise was running.
if you run. Did you have any
Tom was
thoughts
running, boy.
on
Hit the pocket.
Did you have any thoughts on Anthony Mackie's performance in it? Because he kind of had one where he was like, the advisor for David in it, and just kind of like directing him,
Yeah.
hey, like these tricks of the trade. This is how they're going to try to come at you at the end. Like, did you have kind of any initial thoughts on his performance?
Now I wish he had more. I wish he
Yeah,
had more
was a
parts
little
of it.
underutilized.
Yeah, but I do think he was prominent in the movie. Like the character was prominent. I obviously, especially at the end, and then the tilt hat or whatever. But I do think I wish he would have been throughout the movie because we see Richardson because obviously he was, I guess, assigned to it more often. We see
Yeah,
Richardson more I'd rather see Anthony Mackie's character more because Richardson really didn't bring enough to the movie to where, you know what I mean? So I don't know. But I do think Anthony Mackie did a great job. But I wish he was present. He may have been written in a lot of scenes, but they probably deleted him or cut him or something. Because
Yeah,
I can't imagine him not being in more scenes.
not being in more. Yeah, that was kind of the glaring part of it. I was like, I mean, honestly, it may have bumped up the movie rating a little more for me if he was in it more. I think he might have been able to add more depth to certain scenes because I think he is that like impactful of an actor. So that was
Mm-hmm.
definitely a glaring part for sure.
Yeah.
And now getting into most memorable scenes, I had David meets Elise, Harry tries to help, also the plan's wrong, the race, and then finally I choose her.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean we have to go to David's speech right after Elise runs off when he kind of says, "Hey, like that was fake. I've been given speeches that aren't like the most genuine," and then like the crowd ends up loving it because he's just being authentic, and
Right.
he really gets their approval for the next race. But to you, kind of, what were some of your memorable scenes?
All of those, I think the scene they were there in the apartment talking, and he asked her why you didn't marry him or something like that because she said because of you. So it's just like them choosing each other and him realizing that she chose him, and then obviously the scene I just talked about with the cop and that whole situation, and that was funny. Like, bro, are you even? I told you like 3 times. Are you even a cop? He's like, all right, okay. And then like,
He's
and
like,
then him
"Oh,
just
oh,
running.
I see." He's like, "Oh, I see. You're
And
part
then
of this."
right, you're part of it. Okay, all right, I already know what it is. And then the ending scene
Yes, the
when
ending scene was fire.
Anthony Mackie character, Harry Mitchell comes in and gives the people paper. He's like, okay, I understand. Because he was defeated. He was like, bro, y'all not gonna beat the system, and then they beat the system. They had that
Yes,
thing all rewritten just for them. They were inspired, is
and
what
it
they
was
said.
supposed to be unbeatable. Like nobody was
Right.
supposed to even beat that type of system.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, I think that was a good scene. And then them walking on the street and seeing everybody. Yeah, that was a good one.
that
That was a
was
good
crazy
scene. That the acknowledgement, like, oh, okay, now the veils are lifted. Y'all are everywhere for real.
for sure.
What up, head? With the tilt hat. What up, head?
Man. And now getting into most memorable quotes I had, most people live life on the path we set for them, too afraid. You also said, "I'm not some hopeless romantic. Whatever happens to free will, we actually tried to free will before." And also, "I can go through this door alone." And finally, all I have are the choices I make, and I choose her, come what may. To you, overall, what were some of like maybe your memorable quotes in this one?
Hmm.
I know sometimes I know this one. The scenes were kind of like maybe like more so the standouts than the quotes, but
I'm trying to think about when he was trying to explain to her what was going on. What is going on? What is going on? He said something. I can't remember it, and it's a bunch of. And I can't go down the list of all the stuff he said because it's compound. But it was something he
oh,
said in
I
between.
think it's if I know what you're talking about. I think he said, "I don't know what's on the other side, but I know you'll be next to me, and that's all I wanted since the minute I met you." Is that the one?
Yes, you said
Okay.
that, didn't it?
No, I didn't say
He,
that one. I didn't say that one.
that's the one I'm thinking of. That was the sum of the movie.
Yeah.
This is some of the movie. Look at Wellington. Wellington be on it like Blue Bonnet, man. If y'all don't know what Blue Bonnet is butter.
Yeah.
It's butter, baby.
Yeah.
But nah, yeah. That was my favorite one.
That
I
was a
left you
great
in the
line.
hospital. I left you in the hospital.
You hurt me. You hurt me more than any.
Yeah, that's
Why
crazy.
do
But
women
no,
always
that's
use
my
that line? Why do women always use, "You hurt me more than anybody"? I was like, I know I'm not the person who hurt you the most.
ab-
Don't trigger me. Don't trigger.
Come on. There's
You
3 other
hurt
guys
me more than
before me.
anybody else, Wellington.
Absolutely not. What about Gerald?
Yeah. What about you?
I know he the one that hit you, did it? I'm sorry, that's too
Oh
far.
shoot! Oh shoot! No! No family matters. No family matters accusation. Dun dun dun.
Yo, that's bad crazy,
I'm gonna use
bro.
this.
Dang,
Oh
that beats
man,
fire,
that'd be the
man.
story.
And you slept on that for 2 years? Wow.
Oof.
Okay.
Oh
Oh,
gosh.
this is a
Oh
movie.
gosh.
We're talking
Yes,
about a
movie
movie.
review. We'll get to it next week. And I'll get into kind of like what did you like the most about the storyline. To me, like the interweavings of him understanding and realizing what the Adjustment Bureau was, the determination he kind of had to like really like overthrow the system and outsmart it in a way that had never been done before. And that I think that part of it was like that's what Anthony Mackie was saying, man. You've done something that nobody else really does. Everybody else kind of like gives into, okay, this is going to be the loss. I have to stick with what I don't want. To you,
Mhm.
kind of like what particular element of the storyline did you like the most
That. And then they could not stop him.
at all?
They're so used, even the big speech when they first identified themselves as the Adjustment Bureau,
Yeah.
saying if, and y'all still couldn't stop this dude.
3 years later, he still meets her, like
Right, bro.
on a random ride down the bus. Oh shoot! Hey, I gotta meet her.
Yeah, talking about, oh, that was just chance. Yeah, okay. You don't know. Oh, this is my quote. He was like,
Oh, got it.
you don't even know why I'm not supposed to be with her. And then he just, you know what?
And the guy didn't have an answer to. He's like, oh.
He started running. He's like, get up out of there.
That's the Running Man challenge.
That man went into that restaurant. Was like, hey, who has been to?
That was so funny. Who has been to Cedar Lake? Any directions to Cedar Lake?
You? How do you get there? And he came out
that's
that
crazy
boy.
though. That's crazy. Like you're going. Imagine just going into a restaurant full of people and you just stop them. Like, hey, I need to be somewhere. Does anybody know? He didn't ask the manager. He asked everybody.
Hey, if that was this year in 2024, I'm just Googling it. Like,
yeah, just bro, you got. That's funny. He didn't even
go to a restaurant. We don't. Like, we got search engines now.
We got search engines, man. Come on, your apologies. You should know this.
That's funny. When he did that, was like,
he did the old school.
What year is this in? What year is this?
I know some people in that restaurant are like, this man really just can't pick up his phone and look at.
Right, that scene should never been in there. They knew they could have went to a computer lab. But they could have put Anthony Mackie in that scene or something. Be like the Matrix.
Got his black shade. Oh man. And now getting into our last topic, 10 years from now, like, do you still think it'll be watchable and intriguing? I feel as though it's the type of movie where when it's on, you're gonna want to watch it. It may not be like a 4-star perfect movie, but like this is a plot that's intriguing. It's a plot that is easy to follow, even though it is a complex mission that they're both on, David and Elise. But I think the rewatchability and the want to go back to it is really high because whenever it's on, it's a movie I want to watch. But to you, how do you think this will age? Even another decade from now.
You got to find this.
Deep within the vault.
Find it. Yeah, you got to get in the vault a little bit with Matt Damon because I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. This is crazy, right? When I saw the Watchcom list of topics, I was like, "Oh, we don't have a movie review today." And then I quickly realized, I tried to look it up. I was like, dang, this is a fire album, The Adjustment Bureau. Okay. I can't find it though. Quickly realized it's a movie.
I should have put in parentheses. I should have put in parentheses movie review.
No, because normally you do that format, and I was like, okay, that's definitely a movie. Yeah. But it just looked like, I was
about to hear the most fire album. The Adjustment. All right.
Have you ever seen The Girl on the Train?
I've never seen
Emily Blunt.
Never seen that one.
Yeah, you gotta watch that, bro. That's a good one. It's
really good. Okay.
No. I didn't say really good.
You said it was good. It's
good. If I say really good, and no, it's good, not decent.
Okay.
Because you gotta differentiate. If I say really good,
we have different variations. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, really good is like
Interstellar.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Go on, girl.
Yeah. Which you got to
review.
We're definitely gonna review that next week.
Yeah, like thrillers or whatever. Yeah, those are Really good. Long, but
Mhm.
really good. But this was good. It's Emily's Blunt. That's how I got. I think I got low key because I didn't watch Devil Wears Prada, so I knew she was in that. Like a little clip, she was in
Good
that
movie.
with Anne Hathaway. But I got introduced with Emily Blunt by Girls on the Train. Girl, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Do you
yeah.
like where her career is headed? Like what the movie she's been in?
I didn't like the movie she was in with The Rock about the little kid thing, like
Oh
the
yeah,
train. That wasn't really good.
she did her thing in Oppenheimer. She did her thing in
Oh,
Oppenheimer.
for sure. For sure. She did a great job. She's a great actress now. Not I won't say great. She's a good actress though. She's a good actress. She's not on the level of
Oh,
uh-oh.
we might
He
have an
dropped?
update. We might have an update.
Did he drop?
I think he might have dropped.
How Kendrick fan showed up to the page.
Oh no no
Bring
no no no
this.
no 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 he hasn't dropped. It's an update about the kid about Drake's second kid.
Oh,
That it
don't
might be
do
true.
that, bro. At 10:28, he's
Sorry.
dropping. We might have an update. Okay. I
Justin Bieber.
digress.
We got to focus on Justin Bieber. Too much is going on. But I really do think this movie, man, it's like you said, it's deep within the vault, but it's one that if you search for it, listeners, I would definitely recommend this one. This is one you guys, any movie you review on Full Scope, we're not going to review a subpar movie, but I definitely think this is one to rewatch.
Yes, we have.
What's that? Dune 2? Oh, I'm so glad you mentioned that because now's the time. Now's the time. We at the end of the
What's
episode,
up? Go ahead.
and they have been going at Savon's corner. They have been going at Savon's corner on
Who's been
YouTube. I
going
gotta
at Save Our Corner? Who's good? What we got?
Anthony Sant. Shout out to Anthony Santanis. Shout out.
Oh, I already said what I need
Subscriber.
to say.
Avengers
Yeah,
is
I'm
no.
sorry.
He said another. This is another guy. Avengers is weak
Oh.
compared to Dune. Dune 2 way better. Talk to him. Talk to him.
Hello, what's his name?
Anthony Santanis. Anthony Santanis.
Anthony Santanis.
Santanis. Yeah, Anthony Santanis.
Anthony, what are you eating, bro? What are you
Nice.
eating? What are you putting in your body for your brain to think that Dune Part 2 is better than Avengers? Dune Part 2 is 5 hours long. I walked my dog. I drove to Orlando and back, and the plot still didn't get to where it needed to be for me to be engaged with the movie. The only good fight scene is where Buddy was killing everybody, killing every race. And I almost lost to the Asian guy.
Yo,
Yo, bro.
that black and white Coliseum fight, you can't deny that was visually appealing.
Oh, visually beautiful.
Yeah, visually, yeah.
It's
Villeneuve did his thing.
beautiful. But for a movie to take that long to get into, and we already have another movie that you did that you were a sequel is supposed to get right into it. It doesn't matter what type of sequel it is. Batman gets right into it. Opening scene for Batman 2. We get the bank scene. We get introduced to the Joker. Boom, boom, boom. And we get right to it. Terminator gets right into it. John Wick gets right into it. Bro, if you're going to do this.
He has one of the greatest intros ever.
Oh, my goodness. But it's not no sequel, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And it better not be. Remember I told you.
That's the thing. The reason I said that is because they're allegedly making a Heat 2 this summer. And I'm not watching it. I'm sorry. Fans listening.
I'm not watching a new Twister.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It looks exactly the same. Like, why are you touching gems? But anywho, Anthony. Oh, bro.
Shout out, Anthony. Shout out. Thank you for subscribing. Make sure you subscribe.
Yeah, appreciate you for subscribing. Keep commenting. If you keep commenting, we're gonna have some apparel this summer. We're gonna do it. We're gonna get together. I got a person who's gonna do it for us. And you'll
get one of the quickest deliveries, Anthony. You'll get one of the quickest deliveries for sure. For supporting Doom. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, thank you for supporting us.
Thank you.
But I gotta keep it a spade, gotta keep it a buck, gotta keep it 100. That's crazy that you said Avengers is not better than Dune Part 2.
He
Get
said
out of
it
here,
is
man.
weak compared to Dune. He added emphasis.
That's
I think he said weak
crazy.
because of what you said. He said, "Ah, yeah, you haven't seen Kung Fu Panda? That's weak." So I think he was using the wordplay to go against Savon.
Yeah, Kung Fu Panda is better than Dune Part 2.
He's doubling down. He's doubling down.
That's crazy, bro. I was more excited to see Kung Fu Panda than I was Dune Part 2 or Dune 1. Because then I went back and watched Dune 1, and I'm like, bro,
You like Dune 1?
why is it taking so long to get into?
But Dune 2 was the better movie than Dune 1. You have to admit that.
Absolutely. But if you already have a movie where you're doing the storyline, you're building everything up, and then you take a million years in the second movie, you lost me. I don't even know what it's about anymore. I really don't know what Dune's about, bro. A prophecy. They sacrifice her. She turned into an old man, an old woman,
Dune
old
Part
woman
3,
in her body.
Dune Part 3 is going to be called Dune Part 3, The Messiah. So we have the Messiah.
It's going to be 3 of them?
It's actually like 6 or 7.
I know they used to make them back in the day.
Yeah, it's actually supposed to be like 6. This is actually like chapter 1. We haven't even got out of chapter 1 of this.
Yeah, I'm a fake sick. I'm a fake sick.
Savon's like, I'm not trying to see chapter 2.
No, if it's gonna be 5 hours, I gotta wait 3 hours just to be revved up, bro. That's wild. I went to Mars and back waiting for Dune Part 2 to get into what needed to get into. I can't believe you, Anthony.
Hey, chill. But we like the Adjustment Bureau. Thumbs up for the Adjustment Bureau.
Yeah, Justin Bieber was good. We always get, carried away into other topics sometimes. It's full scope. You gotta get the full thing. Yo, that beat's nasty, bro. That's the best beat. Even after Like That, that's beat better than Like That, bro.
That wraps it up for today. I'm your host, Wonder Burns. I'm my counterpart, Savon Morris. This has been Full Scope. See you later.
Shout out to Anthony.